Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our Ducati World Premiere 2018. I also would like to thank and welcome the reporters we have here in the room, together with Ducatistas, our partners, and the people who have accepted our invitation, together with the DOCs that we have here today representing our Ducati fans. I would like to thank people watching us through TV or social networks. So thank you for following us. We will be showing you the new products at Ducati 2018. Thank you for watching Sky 208. This is the channel you have to choose tonight. Please send us your comments and remarks. Hashtag Ducati Premiere. Of course, we will be reading your posts and messages with top attention. Now, the name of this event is Sinfonia Italiana, so the Italian symphony. You know why? Well, this is, to thank a group of people working together, just like all of the musicians in an orchestra. So they work together, they strive together to make fantastic products that this brand is able to create. And of course, today I will walk you through some of the models, and we will also meet people. We are a global brand, but we are proudly Italian. We are Italian in the way we design, the way we love what is beautiful. We are Italian also in terms of our sport spirit. And we are also Italian in terms of considering our squadra corse, so our racing team, just like a part of our family. So this is so important to say. Now, this brand is really booming. I mean, 1,600 employees. We have many different subsidiaries around the world. 1,200 employees in Bologna. We have another site in Thailand. We have 12 subsidiaries around the world, and we serve customers through 70 importers and 746 dealerships. Now, this brand, as I said before, keeps going up. Last year, it was our record-breaking year, as you can see here. 7th growth year in a row. Now, it's difficult, of course, but our customers show us that what we're doing here is highly appreciated. It is a very global brand, as I said before, and as you can see here, this brand is all around the world. I mean, only 15% of our bikes are sold in our market, in the domestic Italian market. So we have major results from many continents. You can see here booming growth in Argentina, plus 14% in Mexico, plus 30% growth in China. Now, China is really becoming a big market for us, including Europe playing a vital role. We cannot forget our country, Italy. So we also managed to grow by 11% domestically. So this brand has interesting performance level in terms of sales. But at the same time, on the other side, this brand has a racing soul as well. So I want to talk about the Ducati Corse, our racing team. This year was an extraordinary one for us. I'd like to be helped to do so by an incredible rock journalist. Let me introduce Vera Spadini.
Buonasera. Ciao, Claudio.
Good evening, everyone. Hi, Claudio. Ciao. Vera, thank you so much for being here. Well, thank you for your for this invitation. It's a real pleasure for me to be here with you tonight. We know you were here maybe around the corner, 2 blocks away, and we said, well, we need Vera to, give us information, insights. You will be commenting your own impressions, because, of course, you also manage, our riders. Thank you so much. I will do this with pleasure. Claudio, thank you so much. Let me start right away with a beautiful story. This is a champion, and at last he found his bike. Ladies and gentlemen, Danilo Petrucci.
Buonasera. Ciao Danilo.
Good evening. Hi Danilo, welcome.
Ciao. Guarda, tienimi perché
sort of slippery here, so
quindi devi essere pronto a fare il cavaliere.
Be ready and help me if something happens.
Ma
Let me talk about your extraordinary seasons. I mean, 4 podiums, 6 races with points. You are really loved by supporters and fans. So an Italian, a rider on an Italian bike. So what about the season? Tell us. Now, we have 1 race to go, but I have to say that the whole situation this year was so positive. I mean, the best season ever for me. As you said, 4 podiums, and then never on the top, if you will, but I'm sure next year we can do even better. So this year I can say was a positive season. Okay, we made a list of the incredible success that you have had, but what's the most important one? Mugello or maybe Misano? Tell us what you have in your heart. Well, in terms of thrills and excitement, I think, it was my 3rd, win in Mugello. It's an incredible place. I managed to get, on the podium, 3rd step, and of course, so proud to be Italian, because, I mean, a podium at Mugello, now, this was an incredible dream for me, and it's now a reality. So once again, Italian pride once again. What about next race and next season, Danilo? Well, as I said before, we still need to go to Valencia. It's going to be quite important under many perspectives. So let's touch wood. I don't want to say anything about, what I see, but it's going to be an important, of course, final race. So again, 1 race to go. Valencia is a racing track for which we have plenty of information, insights and data. And then I can say that next week we start with the 2018 championship. Okay, so good luck for Valencia, so the next race, but also for the next season. Back to our Italian character and Italian feeling. Now, Claudio told you that the name we have for this event is Sinfonia Italiana, the Italian symphony. Well, maybe an incredible symphony was our double success in Malaysia. This is going to be a history-making competition. Here we go. Jorge, Lorenzo and Andrea Dovizioso. Here they are. Big round of applause for both of you. Okay, I'll be right here, right in the middle. Okay, Jorge, let me start with you. Now, this was a growing season. You've been working so much. You have developed your bike, and the 3 podiums, of which 1 with Andrea in the last race. Well, of course, I mean, how can I forget the last race? An incredible race for us. The bike worked in an excellent way, in the rain, and so once again, first double win of the year, so I'm so happy about this. Including the evolution and all of the, hard work carried out during the season. It was a little bit difficult at the very beginning, 9 years with the same bike and same, team. I had to change. The bike now is different. It was not easy at all for me, a little bit more difficult than I expected. But, I'm very patient together with my team, so we have striven to get to this beautiful target. And once again, we have an incredible result. So once again, you are back to your favorite verb, which is to lead or to be a leader. Of course, we want to be leading the races. We would like to lead the next season. Of course, my competitors are strong and their bikes are even stronger. So it's more and more difficult, but this is why we are here. We want to win. Before moving to Andrea, you have celebrated Andrea Dovizioso. You sort of, congratulated him. And this is something we usually do not see. Well, I think it's, it's a question of empathy. I work for a team. I am in a team. My rival is my, teammate. So he did something incredible. And of course, I, would have wanted to be, in his clothes. at that time. So I would have liked, to do what he has done. But in that case, I mean, he was the winner. And of course, we have something special we say in Spanish. I don't think this works in Italian. No, it's a very, very special sort of, saying. It's really, really very difficult. What is this? It really sounds Spanish. Okay, let's say I do this with pleasure. You are teaching Spanish to us. Thank you so much, Jorge. Andrea, so what have you done? I mean, do you realize what you've done? Yes, this year we did something incredible, and more than once. It was an incredible, exciting, unexpected season. I mean, we have worked so much in winter, but I mean, I didn't expect to be that competitive. I mean, we've been winning 6 races in an incredible way. First of all, Mugello. Now, Mugello was a sort of an incredible, new perspective for the future. So after Mugello, we felt so strong. We have worked during the season in a different way, and then Barcelona. I really, really think we have worked so much. I mean, me, my teammate, my colleagues, and the whole team. So something must have made the difference. We've been great, I think, and let's say that I'm so happy of what we did. You're right. I mean, we are very happy, very satisfied. I know that some people really commented all of your races with so much enthusiasm, so much energy, something that we had never seen before. And then some little, let's say, sort of fights and little wars. What about Mugello once again, as a racer and as a man? Once again, back to Mugello. I think it's the typical, dream that our Italian racers have. It was exciting, it was explosive, and once again, long awaited. I think this year, the greatest thing was raising emotions, in my fans, in the Ducatistas. Of course I do this for me, myself, but I want to do this for the team because, when you see people, when people tell you, you are great, congratulations, you fly back home after some days, it's incredible. I mean, in terms of sport, in terms of success, but also in terms of something personal. Yes, you're right. And we've seen plenty of enthusiasm and plenty of passion. Now, before talking about the very grand finals of Valencia, do you mind if I invite Claudio back on stage so that we can talk about Valencia, so the next race? This is an unbelievable team. I need you, Claudio, because this is the most difficult question. What about Valencia? Well, of course, full throttle. This is our slogan for Valencia. I know it's going to be difficult, very difficult. I'm sure that I can say that Ducati never gives up. Okay, so we have the right spirit. It's gonna be a great season. We will all be in Valencia with them, and of course we will give them encouragement and support. Because, we really have to wait until Sunday. Nothing can be said or foreseen before Sunday. I'm sure that you will be live on Sky, channel 208. So we have the qualifications, and then we have the qualifying races, and then the big race. So 3 days totally dedicated to you. Thank you, Vera. I mean, much more than us in terms of, our engines. We can now get into the thick of our presentation, model year 2018 Ducati.
Bene.
Now, that was an incredible effort from the Ducati Corse team. Gigi Dall'Igna, thank you so much. Once again, a big round of applause to Gigi and his team. Our racing department is really working so hard, and we wouldn't be here without our incredible group of engineers in Bologna. They really put their heart and soul into, making sure we feel emotions and incredible feelings. So let me move to products. Let me start with Scrambler. Okay, then back to Scrambler. I said, now, this is a brand that is really representing a new development in the Ducati world from 2015. So we decided 2 years ago to reinterpret a famous 1970s, 1980s bike with a modern spirit. We have re-engineered the same values, so total freedom, peace of mind. Let's say that this bike is a little bit less formal or much more informal. Now, that was an immediate, extraordinary success. We've sold more than 43,000 Scrambler bikes in different versions. And then we are also in the digital world with important growth rates. We also have a web digital radio. This is a one-of-a-kind radio. Please take advantage. Now, this being said, I think we're now ready to see the new products of the Scrambler World 2018. This is the Mach 2.0 Scrambler video.
The all-new Mach 2.0 Special Edition. 803cc L-twin engine. 73 horsepower. Fuel injection. 6-speed gearbox. LED lights. Scrambler by Ducati.
Okay, here we go with Scrambler. Now, this is the Mach 2.0 or 2.0. This is a special version. I will give you some details in a few minutes because we have two new developments. I mean, our Scrambler department keeps creating new models in the world of Scrambler 800.
Scrambler by Ducati.
Now, let me tell you about Scrambler. Scrambler is a brand that's really, capitalizing on the values that we've been mentioning in the past 2 years, but also a couple of minutes ago. We have an incredible custom system, customization. So we have 800cc displacement, but they are very personalized. This is our Black Desert Sled, which is a new development for the 2018 Ducati model year. It's based on the Desert Sled system. The idea is Enduro Heritage. Suspension are 200 millimeters. You can use this on uneven surfaces, and it comes in a new color, a new livery, which is so exciting. Scrambler Mach 2.0 is a customization from Scrambler Icon. Now, this is the bike that was, let's say, the leader of the family. There are many special details making it a special bike, including a very specially conceived graphics that we have developed with Roland Sense, a famous California-based graphic designer. This is the street classic, so we have something classic, something much more modern. We have a new opaque or matte grey color. This is to wrap up with the range of the new Scrambler 800 range.
Quindi abbiamo ripercorso un po'.
So we went through the Scrambler universe. So we have bikes that people know very well with different, customizations or variants for 2018. Now, this brand, of course, is growing. It's a mature brand, if you will. So, in a way, this brand, if you will, is really able to offer something different or something special. This is the reason why we would like to offer you a totally new product. Now, this product is now able to, let's say, take the Scrambler range to a higher level, a different level, a much more technological level, if you will. This means we can really help people better manage their dreams. Maybe some people are now looking at Scrambler, but they're still looking for the right product. So the adrenaline level is going up because we want to see a totally new bike. So this is what you can see here, the brand new development from the Scrambler World 2018 on the stage in a second. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the new Scrambler 1100. So once again, Scrambler 1100 or 1100. As I said before, this is a brand new development, so this is a mature brand, so we can really do something special. We can offer a superior product. So this is a much bigger, displacement, and it is based on a muscle bike. It is so comfort for the rider, together with the passenger, a top technology bike, which is really able to meet the needs of Ducatistas. Now, basic engine is 1100, so 1100 cc's. Now, in this case, torque curve is very flat. And thanks to this, let's say the enjoyability and the usability of the bike is guaranteed in any single condition. So you don't have to change your speed. So it's sporty, but it's top comfort at the same time. It is a reinterpretation of the air two-valve engine that we know very well, but this is customized especially for the Scrambler world. It's a top technology bike, as I said before, so in the Scrambler world we now have so much technology, which is something we use in general for the Ducati world. Don't forget the cornering ABS. It's an incredible feature, so important for your personal safety, because, I mean, you can slow down, you can use your brake, even when the bike is in corner. Not many bikes are equipped with this cornering ABS system. We are so proud of this. I mean, top performance and top safety have to go hand in hand. So it's a bigger bike. Technical features are now more important. Double disc, hydraulic clutch, 15-liter tank. Please download all of the technical features from our website and visit us at the exhibition, because you will see an incredibly detailed bike. This is also typical of the Scrambler world. We have the standard version, but at the same time we offer right-away custom versions. So this is the typical Scrambler style. We can enjoy a video. It's much more than a video, it's a short film. You can see the special version Scrambler 1100.
Rob the bank, we got Steve outside, counting full pack, and everything's cool and everything's smooth. Hey, that's smooth. I walk into the teller, I give her the teller.
I know what you're thinking. Cute girl, awesome bike. What could possibly go wrong?
The bucket up lips and a wink that I found cute, and I said, baby. Is there some karmic G-love thing happening here, baby, or what?
Everybody be cool, it's a robbery!
Jobs, make a little money. The one gets hurt.
It's not the girl. Continue pursuit.
Running around, robbing banks, all whacked up with stupid snacks. Running around, robbing banks, all whacked up with stupid snacks.
Now, the video is fantastic and breathtaking. Now, well, the policeman couldn't get the girl because the girl is here with us.
Imogen.
Brother Imogen, nice to have you here.
So, what's a pleasure. Imogen.
Now, Imogen is a fantastic rider. She lives in LA. And of course, we had to involve her in our presentation. So she knows Scrambler. Because, I mean, she's already been involved in the, well, presentation of our Scrambler. So she uses regularly our cafe racer.
You are kind of already familiar with the Scrambler brand. And you had the possibility to use the cafe racer.
Yes.
But now you stay a couple of days riding this new Scrambler 1100 for the video. What's your impression when you compare the motorcycle?
Well, yeah, like you said, I became familiar with this bike, but the 1100 has a lot more torque and power. It's still easy and fun to ride. I love it. It's the perfect bike for a getaway.
Okay, so it's perfect bike for getaway. So
once again, thank you for this. I mean, a top performance bike so as to enjoy the real perfect getaway.
Seems a perfect fit for you in the video. So
Yes.
what's your feeling?
Oh, I loved it. I had so much fun. I was very tempted to run away with that bag of money, but no, I did the right thing and I gave it back.
So, thank you so much.
Imogen, thank you so much. Thank you for being here with us.
And,
Now, I'm sure you must have recognized the song here in the video. It's a famous, very famous song from Fun-Loving Criminals. Dating back to some years ago, this band sold they sold more than 10 million copies, and they got 25 platinum discs. So we have the honor to have here with us the leader of Fun-Loving Criminal, Huey Morgan.
Amen. Thank you for being here.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Yeah, it's great to be here. Great song.
So, great song, but what was the feeling in seeing, what do you think about the song and the product together?
Well, you know, I thought about it. Motorcycles equal freedom, right? Rock and roll equals freedom. Rock and roll and motorcycles go right together. So for me, it was a perfect fit. And seeing the way you guys produced the video, Imogen's fantastic in it. It reminded me of one of those great 1970s getaway movies. Fantastic.
Okay. So, thank you very much. Thank you very much for that. And the next possible question is, but you've seen the video, and if you had to do the video yourself, which kind of comment you have on that?
Well, I think it's great. I always like those kinds of movies, the 1970s kind of, like, I guess, heist movies. And what I always thought was great about motorcycles, you can get around all that cop stuff, get around the police and things. So I think she did a great job getting away from the police as well.
Okay. So thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you for being here. And see you at EICMA.
Yes.
See you. Thank you.
My man.
Hey,
Right.
thank you so much.
Right.
Let's do it.
That was good. You did great. I think everybody's
Ok, quindi
Okay, that was great. So back to Scrambler 1100 Special. Now, this is a custom version in the, 1100 family. Now, you see here a dedicated color, so different finishes, including, for example, the swing arms together with the muffler. So just get details from our website. This is a specific basic product, and then on top we have plenty of custom versions. Now there is more than this. I mean, we have other custom versions. I have a short anecdote to share with you, to present you, the next Scrambler 1100 customized version. So usually me and my team, we frequently test bikes. So more or less once every 2 months we have a pre-organized tour and we spend the whole day testing new bikes. So during the Scrambler 1100 tests, we started believing that this product is really raising emotions. It's thrilling. So we also have the Scrambler 1100 Sport version. So, Scrambler 1100 Sport. It's a custom bike, and this is, well, a synonym for top performance. So, top-level suspensions, dedicated graphics, dedicated seat. You can see here that the bike is slightly lower. This means that the Scrambler can be enjoyed from the look perspective, but also in terms of performances. I can tell you that with only 86 HP and then a strong torque, which is available at low revs. Now, this means total fun.
Bene, chiudiamo a questo punto.
Okay, let me wrap up with our Scrambler universe. Now, I'm sure you have understood. This universe is now developing. It's bringing the, name, but also the range to a new level. So the range moves from 400 cc's to 800 cc's in many versions. So we have the Icon, and then we have the Desert Sled, we have the Cafe Racer. We've also met a brand new Scrambler 1100, top technology, very technological. This is coming in the standard version, but also in a brand new version, which is the special version and the sport version as well. We're now ready to get back into the typical Ducati world. Once again, back to Ducati, let's talk about Ducati. Well, in this company you have people who are, let's say, real 100% pure riders. I mean, people who really get excited, when they feel and they hear the engine, when they touch their bikes. Ducatistas are people who, buy bikes and keep them into their living room. Look at this. In some cases, people have found, proper names for their bikes. They do something so special, very specific. And here in Ducati, we are, let's say, the leading Ducatistas. I'd like to take this opportunity to tell you about some of the values that we comply with every single day. So these are the typical values of this brand that you can see here. So this is an inspiration for the people, for the employees here in Bologna. So we have style, sophistication, and performance. Now, style means extraordinary, one-of-a-kind attention that we use when designing our bikes. At the very beginning of this event, we said we are so proud of being Italian. It's something that's, so important around the world. I mean, when you say Italy around the world, well, people think of beauty. We are crazy in terms of beauty. Those designing our bikes spend days and nights to get the most beautiful thing. Sophistication means we don't want to look for anything banal. We want to do something unique, something original, something so sophisticated. So this is the real key if you really want to have a beautiful Ducati. Last but not least, the performance. Now, you know that the racing team is so important for us, and these are our roots. So the performances of the ordinary mass bikes, this is so important for us. We want to have the right sound, the right acceleration, the right, mechanical, if you will, performances. So performance is a concept that's really changing. Situation today is different. We have a key need in terms of comfort and, safety, even the rideability of bikes. I mean, these elements are more and more important in the heads of our technicians and engineers when they design our bikes. So what you can see here are just some of the key concepts that we've been developing in the past years. This means that today you can really enjoy extraordinary performances in a safe, secure, reliable, top comfort way. So The product is what links us to our customers, including our service. So we have a special attention, special care to the way we manage our bikes. So this means top service. We stay focused on the improvement of all of these values and services, and we are so happy to say that in 96% of our markets we are able to deliver spares within 48 hours. This is extraordinarily important to offer top customer satisfaction.
Una marca che è nata dal
So this brand is a sport brand. I mean, this is our origin. So sport and, the race, I mean, the racing track were the unique features of our bikes until 10 years ago. Now we offer products in the adventure universe, touring systems, and, many other areas. So touring, adventure, cruising. So the brand has become bigger. So, considering this, let me walk you through the first such universe with a stunning video talking about our Multistrada Enduro.
Multistrada Enduro Pro.
Multistrada Enduro Pro, this is a brand new development that we have just launched. Andrea Rossi is our training center director that you can see here in this beautiful picture. Now, Andrea is the, let's say, chief trainer in our school. So we like to think that we have the, plenty of different combinations and mixes between, racing track and the mass-produced bikes. We also have to think and to thank Beppe Gualini, so he has introduced us into the so-called mud or muddy world. So, together with Andrea, we've given a contribution to a new product, something that was not really into the origins of Ducati. This is an incredible bike. It's very versatile. It gives you emotions, and I think versatility is incredible. Technical features give you the opportunity to use it on every kind of ground in a very safe, top fun way. This is something that we do in our training center. We know that this bike is so user-friendly. It's I like to use the word immediate. I mean, this is so important, you are able to use and ride and enjoy the bike immediately, which is so important. Thank you, Andrea. Please, once again, back to our website. We have plenty of training courses in this beautiful place. It is an extraordinary experience. I'd like you to experience the same. So back to Multistrada Enduro. This is a bike that you've seen now in the off-road version. It can do something different. I mean, this bike can also travel long distances, the so-called grand touring character. So 30-liter tank. This means, as you can see here in this technical sheet, that, of course, long distances are normal for us. This would be impossible for some competitors. And then, the suspensions are so long, so this means that it just doesn't stop. With the right riding, skills, you can really face every kind of ground. Now, Andrea Rossi, whom you've just met, is into the Pozzano training center, but he's also the tester that we use when we do something incredible. Just enjoy this video. Very beautiful, incredible images. So we all love bikes here, so I'm sure you know what I mean. And if I had to imagine something, my mind would say, I'd like to be there. Open your heart and soul and enjoy that beautiful landscape. Okay, this is it with the Multistrada Enduro. Let's now focus onto the cruiser world. So, X Diavel. So, welcome into the X Diavel world, as we say. So, new color, new livery for 2018. Beautiful, charming white to be added to the already existing range. So, we keep with the development of this range. We also have a surprise for you, because now we have a friend of ours, a friend of Ducati. And this person is, well, in love with X Diavel. So we will ask him to tell us what he thinks about X Diavel. Massimo Bottura is one of the top chefs in the world. So he's from the Osteria Francescana from Modena. It's an incredible restaurant, 3 Michelin stars. There's a long waiting line. Now, we asked Massimo Bottura what is so striking in X Diavel for him. Now, obsession. It is exactly what I see in this bike. Obsession for quality, obsession for sound, the obsession for the throttle. This is what I see in this bike. The world is obsession, obsession for quality. You know what? We do the same job. Creativity, looking for new things, right in the same way. We look at the past critically with no nostalgia, because the best of the past can be brought into the future. And then there's a little, a craziness of when you, well, do corners. Massimo, thank you so much for this nice contribution. He said we do the same job. So there was another question from Massimo Bottura. What is then the target of his creativity process? Emotions are my target. I get out from my kitchen, I go to the tables, I see people so happy with incredible emotions. I see my customers almost wishing to cry because, we touched something inside, something right into their heart, their soul, their memories. This is my target. I wake up in the morning and then I enjoy the bike. I hear the sound, just like listening to Charlie Parker, just like listening to Mike Davis whispering, and you say, wow, I want emotions. I live in the land of motors, so I am from Modena, I want a perfect throttle from my bike. Thank you so much, Massimo Bottura, top chef. So don't forget to bring your helmet. Tortellino Rock. Thank you so much. From Tokyo. Bye-bye, thank you.
Grazie, Massimo.
Massimo, thank you for this incredible clip, incredible contribution. Massimo is now in Tokyo, in Japan, so he couldn't make it here tonight, here in Milan. But of course, he just wanted to tell us what he does in his kitchen. There's something in common. There's sort of a leitmotif, a fil rouge between what we do here and what he does in his kitchen. Back to X Diavel. Now, X Diavel is sort of a bridge between two different universes. So the cruise or cruising, a very relaxed, feet-forward style. On the other side, we have speed excitement. So cruiser plus Ducati world, which is what you can see thanks to these figures. Just look at this. All of the performances. Look at the cruiser. Here we have 40 degrees. This is, of course, a cruiser. This is a bike that you can have fun with. So low rev in the city center, but you can really also have fun. For example, you can try this, cornering in beautiful places on the hills. So let me show you another video talking about the beauty of X Diavel.
The
intersection of worlds. The road along which you discover you're part of something. The multiplication of potential. Maximal strength with minimal effort. Facing forward, forgetting what is behind. Different from what you knew. Low speed excitement.
Bene.
Great.
Chiudiamo con
So let me wrap up with our beautiful X-Diavel and let's get into another world. This is a bike that has created a brand new segment. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. Let's have a look. Ladies and gentlemen, we have launched this bike with a dynamic presentation, but this is a brand new development, model year 2018, the new Monster 821. Now, Monster is an iconic bike, beautiful chassis, two wheels, a tank, and almost nothing else. So this bike has allowed us to reach an unprecedented result. I mean, a large quantity of Monsteristas, 320,000 Monsters have been sold from the beginning of our production. And this has generated an extraordinary community. So it is thanks to this extraordinary community that we would like to introduce formally this bike to you. I need all of my team, so the Monster community, boys and girls. This is great to have you here. So there must be Eleonora right here in the middle of the team. Hi, Eleonora. Now, Eleonora is the, well, let's say, informal spokesperson of this group. So she will be, well, talking about her relationship with this bike. I was told you became, well, a rider because you fell in love with Monster. Exactly. I saw a Monster and I said, I have to have it. I have to ride it. So I became a rider, but I am an incredible 100% Monsterista. Thank you. Beautiful story. I was also told that you have a boyfriend. Is he a rider? No, he's not a passenger, of course. He's a rider. And I have plenty of, friends, so we are free and happy. Thank you, Eleonora, and thank you for being here with us. I saw you in action, and let's now enjoy what Eleonora has done for us in the product video. Thank you. Thank you. Now the time has come to get into the real great novelties and new developments in model year 2018. We talked about different worlds, but now we have to go back to our passion and enjoy the first big novelty 2018. Enjoy. Ladies and gentlemen, Panigale 959 Corse, with an incredible guest, just arrived, Chuck Davis.
Amen. Good.
Now we are so lucky. You know, not only we make these bikes, but we have these persons, these people are so incredible. Once again, another big round of applause for Chuck.
So tough, very hard season, but at the very end, second again, vice world champion, many race win, a lot of podiums. So again, a very good season.
Yeah, overall, you know, we've wrapped up the P2 in the championship, which I'm very satisfied about. Last night, under the lights, was the last race of the year, and I'm really happy to be here. We rushed back from Qatar last night. It was an eventful evening, but I came home very happy. So, yeah, I'm very, very proud of the way we finished the season.
Okay, so now there is one question that was not in the list, but I need to do it.
Go on then, hit me.
How did you manage to make the start of the second race?
I'm still asking myself that. You know, when you really want to do something and you put your mind to it and you're 100% focused on doing something, I believe that really anything is possible. And I was so focused on putting pressure on Tom immediately in the second race that even I exceeded my own expectation with that start. I just went off and it was like people were going backwards, and yeah, it was amazing. So leading from 8th to 1st in the first corner was incredible.
Okay, from number 8 to number 1, first corner now. This is a great achievement. Chuck, thank you so much. Back to Panigale 959 Corse then. Well, this is a special version that comes from the Panigale 959. You know, the Panigale 959 is our sport twin-cylinder mid-cc range. It's an incredible compromise between performances on the one side and enjoyability and rideability. So we made it a little bit more sophisticated. As you can see here, we have extra components, top quality, top-notch suspensions. You also have the right components, also in terms of the, discharge and muffler system. Lithium battery, so as a whole, it's a top product. It's beautiful to see. You can see here we have a dedicated special livery coming directly from MotoGP. Same red matte, so same color we have in MotoGP, same livery. Okay, this is it with the 959 Corse. So let's get a little bit more formal and let's step into a total relaxed peace of mind world.
Ognuno di noi che ha visitato
I think that, if you visited a country, an unknown country, I mean you and your bike, well, I'm sure that you felt what I'm going to tell you now. If you visit an unknown place, an unknown country, riding a bike, this is a five-sense experience, a sensory experience. The smell, you feel the heat, you feel the cold, you hear the sounds, you see the tire moving, and you can see that all of this is so dynamic. And this sort of feeling is absolutely impossible to imagine unless you ride a bike. So, if you drive a car, I mean, you have a windscreen, you are sort of around, the metal sheets of a car. It's just like a different movie. I mean, it's a little boring, right? So, that journey is not an experience. It's just time to spend driving a car. So if you have tried a bike, I'm sure you understand exactly what I'm talking about right now. So you understand the feelings. Touring bikes were very heavy, cumbersome, a little, let's say, boring. They were not able to raise emotions, while we just wanted to have a say in this segment, and we came up with Multistrada. This bike is a perfect mix between top comfort touring, performances and emotions. So we have kept developing Multistrada, so we have made different models, and for 2018 we are here to show you a Multistrada that we have further improved. Ladies and gentlemen, the new Multistrada 2018. Multistrada 1260, this is its name. 1260 because this is based on an evolution of the current engine. CC is now bigger, displacement is bigger, till reaching this capacity. Multistrada, as I said before, is basically the right answer, the right response to customer needs. We put together two apparently different elements, top performances and top comfort, or top performances and touring skills. The 1260, in our opinion, is raising the bar, because once again it is really able to put together comfort and performances, technologies on the one side, emotions on the other, without forgetting fun and safety. Now, the beating heart of this Multistrada 1260 is the new engine. Now the displacement is bigger, and the key advantage is the following. I mean, the torque curve is so flat. You can see here the striking difference between the engine that we are now using to replace Multistrada 1200. Look at the difference. Look at this yellow area. This means that the torque is so full at all rev levels, which is basically what we use, in the touring world, so mid or top range. There's also an incredible advantage in terms of performances at high rev systems. On the 1260, we've done plenty of changes on many details. If you do touring bikes, you know that every minor detail makes the difference. And for us, the bar has to be very high, because what we want is a very high level of satisfaction in our customers. Now, the bike also comes with a brand new dashboard, a top resolution dashboard that you can see here. Now, we have improved the resolution of the dashboard, but it also comes with plenty of menus. This means what is so simple now is programming the endless electronic possibilities that this bike gives you. We've also developed a brand new app, so I'm sure you know the Multistrada app. This is the Ducati app 2.0. This app can be connected directly to the bike, so it can download data from the bike, I mean speed and then cornering habits and plenty of interesting data. This is something that you can share with your community. Now, you have an extraordinary, brand new, one-of-a-kind opportunity available right up today, because thanks to this, you can really mix the analog experience of using the bike together with the digital experience offered to us by new technologies. We also slightly changed, the chassis. The chassis has been modified. We've also went through some changes to some of the components of this design. So wheels are different, the wing is also different, and we've also replaced new components. So I know it may sound, simple details, but, as a whole, the bike has been modified in many different ways on many components. Once again, a very important product for us, especially in terms of our philosophy, performance redefined. I'm sure we made an incredible step forward. I'm sure we can offer you long journeys with top satisfaction. Most beautiful thing is seeing it in action. Absolutely stunning, deep emotions. Now, the production of Multistrada 1260 has just begun, so the bike will be around the world at your dealers within the end of the year. So get in touch with your dealer, local dealership, I mean the closest to you, to try the bike so that you will see and touch all of the improvements to this product. Now, this is part of our tradition, especially for the Multistrada universe. Well, we've also made a sport version, well, actually a sportier one. It's one of the key features. Now, the name is Pikes Peak. It is really loved by all of our Ducatistas. So this is Multistrada 1260 Pikes Peak. Multistrada Pikes Peak, it shares all the features and the improvements done to the Multistrada 1260S, which is the one you can see here on my right, while here on my left you can see plenty of new components. So once again, this is much sportier. Look at the top quality, top-notch suspensions. In this case, we have a wider adjustment range. This means you can really have incredible hydraulic braking functions. On the 2018 version, you have forged rims. This is made in aluminum, but it is lightweight, so that we can really improve, the weight and even the, handability, if you will, of this bike. So a big step forward also in terms of the sportier version. And again, let me close here at another chapter of our range before moving into, if you will, the last chapter. Last one, but so complicated, so difficult, so exciting. Now, we have done so many things. Plenty of efforts were deployed, especially in the scrambler world, without forgetting what we have done for the Multistrada systems. And all of these two worlds are so important for us. Now, this is a World Premiere 2018. This is a product presentation that is a sort of discontinuity, something different from the past. You know what I'm talking about. In Misano, some weeks ago, we presented a new engine. Now, the engine is a sort of a watershed, so we have presented the Desmo 16 road engine. Now, this engine is a symbol, because basically we close one door and we open another door, a new one. As Bottura said before, the big chef, I mean, you comply with the traditions, but no nostalgia, please. So our big question was, what can I do for our Ducatistas for the future? And I think that we have an incredible heritage of expertise and knowledge. After 13 years of MotoGP, now this is the best answer possible when thinking of the new sport bikes for the next decade. So our deep inspiration was the work carried out by Gigi Dall'Igna and his engineers to create what is possibly one of the most important, best MotoGP engines, maybe the best engine. It has given us incredible performances from the speed perspective from racing tracks around the world. So our inspiration, and especially our product development guys, got this inspiration from this incredible success. Some parts, some components are a direct takedown from that bike. For example, the rearward rotating crankshaft, the Desmo system, the firing order, the bore, the combustion chamber made this engine a unique one. It is unique because not only does it, let's say, transfer so much technology from a championship where there's plenty of technology to a different level. Now, all of this can be purchased. All of this is affordable. And I have to say that it's basically a price which is in compliance with the ordinary sporty bikes prices. We had the V4 version, but that was very exotic, while this bike will be sold at a price which is very close to the mass-produced bikes. So together with all of these features, we have another key feature. For example, in terms of the firing order and the rotating system or regime, that you can see here. Well, this is sort of a bridge, a link between a 2V and a 4V engine. Now, testing season was so long in our testing department because what we want in this bike is top reliability, typical from the road. I mean, maintenance interval is 24,000 kilometers for the valve adjustment, so a major effort was deployed to put together major performances on the one side, to, on the other, a long duration of maintenance intervals. So this is an incredible total reliability that you can get from this engine. Now, we want to see the chassis now and the bike, because, I mean, you know the engine already. As for the chassis, this is a sort of a takedown, so it's an evolution of the Panigale chassis. It's a small, compact size, shorter chassis. It's now a little bit longer on the bottom, so that it can really guarantee sort of separation between, you know, the let's say, two key movements of the bike, you know, horizontal and vertical, so that you can really have the right traction, the right performances right in the middle of corner. And in this case, performances are the real strength of this bike. Many features come from MotoGP, for example, the rear suspension. Now, once again, the chassis is much shorter. You know why? Well, because in this case you can really save on weight. Now, paradoxically, this is not very important in the MotoGP championship, because of course there's a sort of a limit. Of course, you cannot have it, the bike cannot be too light. While when you talk about the real, you know, mass-produced bikes, or the road bikes, so to say, weight is an issue. So this is why we managed to do this. So, weight reduction. Well, there are many similarities that I have just mentioned. Now, we have the same horizontal and vertical cylinder positioning angle. You know, we had, you know, the GP15. There was the first bike with, you know, a counter-rotating crankshaft, or a rearward rotation. Now, plenty of components have been changed and replaced. So we signed agreements with our most important partners so as to have exclusivity agreements. We can have all of these components based on exclusivity agreements. We have at least two components. I mean, the brake pad is totally new, developed by Brembo. The name is Stilema. It's lighter, it's more compact. You will find them on the Panigale before. And the rear tire from Pirelli 200/60. For the first time ever in the road bikes, we have exactly the same size you will find on the superbike bikes. There are many other evolutions, I mean, from sporty bikes to V4. Suspensions have an important evolution, and once again, please download insights from our website. Rims have been made lighter so as to improve dynamics. All of this wouldn't have been possible without the cooperation of a team of key suppliers that you can see here. You see all the logos of our suppliers. They have been working day and night with us in order to make this dream come true. It's an extraordinary object that you can see here. A big round of applause to our gold suppliers. I imagine what you are thinking of. Okay, you've shown the engine, you've shown the chassis. Can we see the bike? Of course, here it comes, Panigale V4. Ladies and gentlemen, Panigale V4 with the secret weapon from Ducati. Ladies and gentlemen, Michele Pirro.
Grande Michele.
Hi Michele, nice to see you. Now, Michele is, as I said before, the secret weapon from Ducati. He's a golden boy, but I mean, he manages to go from extraordinary performances from MotoGP to being an incredible tester, and then he has helped a lot our engineers from the product development department to, set up this bike, which has so many things in common with Desmo 16 GP. What can you tell us about this testing effort? It was an incredible honor to take part into the development of this bike, because, well, all in all, this is an incredible step forward. I mean, from the 2V to 4V, this is an incredible leap forward. I managed to win so many races. It's pure fun. This is really, really, exciting. I mean, it really reminds me of the MotoGP bikes. I think it's a unique bike, and it gives you the right feeling, because it gives you incredible feelings. Thank you, Michele. I mean, you test road bikes. Now you are in Misano, number 5 in the MotoGP Championship. You won every single, race but one, including, the Italian Championship. I mean, starting from the very last position, you deserve an incredible double round of applause. Thank you so much for your efforts. So back to our Panigale V4. Well, if you will, this is the, let's say, most extreme idea that we have in terms of style, sophistication and performance, SSP. Style, this is self-explanatory. Look at the headlamps, rear lamp, dashboard. Look at the surfaces. And then sophistication means every single detail. If you really get close to the bike, you will see sophistication. When you talk about performance, V4 engine, 214 HP. Now, this is really a very high bar. 214 HP, I said. Well, this is an incredible, extreme power. So important, major, HP level. When Michele said it reminds me of the MotoGP bike, well, he was right. Because the power of the engine is such an extraordinary, an important element when it comes to performances. Now, we want to work onto our key concept, performance redefined. This means that the bike has so many different assistive systems. In my opinion, this is a one-of-a-kind situation in this type of bikes today. Let me go through 4 key pillars, and the 4 pillars I will be talking about are really a novelty. So, cornering ABS, when we have introduced the Scrambler 1100. In this case, we have a cornering ABS. Now, this means that the grip will always be there, but this is only front by Bosch, so it only works on the front wheel. So if you are an expert, this means that you can really slide the rear wheel. We also have the dynamic slide control by Bosch, so we control the sliding of the rear wheel. If you don't have a great expertise, you can really manage your bike into the cornering, but once again, the yaw is controlled by the system. We also have the slide control system during speeding up or acceleration. So you have the control, the anti-slip control, together with the yaw control. And this is a new system. The gearbox, now, you know that speeding up or speeding down is automatic, so of course we have an automatic system to gear up or gear down. Well, you can change your, gear up behavior, because the bike may be getting into a corner or not. So once again, you face cornering in a different, smooth way. To cut the story short, 214 HP, this is a big quantity, if you will, of energy and power. This is what we wanted to do. We want to give you a fun, easy-to-ride bike. You really have to enjoy it in an easy way. We want to give you fun, we want to give you safety. Something so important was done on reducing weight. 170 kilos dry. This is the dry weight of Panigale V4. It's also 5 kilos more than Panigale V2. Only 5 kilos more. So, an incredible effort was deployed. So, if you combine this dry weight with the power, 214 HP, the power-weight ratio is #1 in the sport bikes. Well, I think that all of this is able to make sure we all understand everything about, the bike and then the engine. Alessandro will be at Mugello with you on a Panigale V4. Enjoy the video. Now, in an ordinary situation, I would say this is the end. We have introduced the two totally new bikes. An unbelievable research and development effort that we all have deployed. This shows you that this company believes in product innovation so much. But last but not least, as it usually happens in our Ducati presentations, there's a surprise. And the surprise comes from another world. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, let's welcome Panigale V4 Speciale. Now, this V4 Special, if you will, is a bike that we wanted to have to pay tribute, to pay homage to this incredible moment in time that our company is experiencing. We wanted to have a special object. I mean, I will give you some details about this bike in a minute, but I'd like to share with you one number, one figure only, that you can see here, 226 HP. This is the power delivered by this jewel bike, provided that it is equipped with the Akrapovic muffler, which comes as a serial component with this product. Now, this bike is able to reach extraordinary performance levels. It can be used on a racing track with all of the safety systems that we went through today. And, we absolutely believe that this is a new step forward. This is an extraordinary situation. You can buy a bike, which is, sold regularly, 226 actual, real HP on the crankshaft that you can leverage. Full security, 100%. We are so proud of this object. Very, very proud. Listen to this. Panigale V4 or V4 Speciale, and super champion Casey Stoner.
How you doing?
Well, an incredible grand finale, right? Because, you know, Casey left here an incredible mark in our history.
So much linked with us and the result we made together. Now we are working together with the development of the bike, and many of the results we are having also this year in the championship have been through the development and the kind of continuous flow of information. But now you are also testing this bike. And so what can you say about that and the similarity between this and the MotoGP?
First of all, I think I have a pretty special job, you know, to be able to test these bikes, and especially something that's, I think, you know, a privilege for anyone is to be able to test prototypes. And to be a part of the race team is the biggest, you know, thing in my world at the moment. But to have the opportunity to be a part of this development in this bike and such a new era in Ducati has really been something special for me. And to see how everything's come together with the bike and how special it was during the test has been just awesome.
So, Casey, I have another question. Actually, to me, surprise every time you jump on the MotoGP bike and right away, after 1 day or 2 days, even without racing, you're there on the pace. And how this can be possible?
I don't really know, to be honest, but first of all, I sort of ride with my head. I know what I can get away with limitations, and that takes me to a certain level. And then basically it's just getting comfortable again with the bike, getting to learn the limit of the tyres, and I'm not riding every week. So it takes a little bit of time to get used to everything for the first few exits. And then basically we start to fine-tune and start to move from there. So it's something I'm very privileged with, being able to adapt quickly to situations, weather changes, you know, tyres, different chassis, things like this. So I'm very fortunate to have this ability, but at the same time, still a lot of hard work.
Thank you, Casey. Ladies and gentlemen, Panigale Speciale and Casey Stoner, the best of the best. Thank you.
Okay, just some details on this extraordinary one-of-a-kind object. I have mentioned the mufflers. There are new components that we have obtained, I mean, from the billet in aluminum. You can see here the new tank cap and carbon components. The bike comes with aluminum rims. You also get the magnesium version if you want them. If you put all of these components together, we have saved more than 10 kilos versus the Panigale before. In this case, power-weight ratio is impressive, 1.38 HP per kilo. The bike will be only produced with 1,500 units, so it's a limited and numbered version, which is what we usually do to celebrate the most important moments in time in the history of our company. This bike will be manufactured, you know, day after day, no rush. Some components have a limited production, so we cannot do all of the 1,500 items at the same time. We will meet the needs and the passion of our Ducatistas, so you're welcome into the waiting line. Now, this is really it. It was, if you will, a long presentation. Beautiful event. We talked about racing, we talked about product, details. What I want to do now is to have here with me on stage all the boys, girls, engineers, people who helped me for this event. Vera, Stoner, Pirro, Petrucci, Davis, Lorenzo, Dovizioso, Andrea Rossi, please be back on stage. Imo, Huey Morgan, Eleonora. I want all of you here on stage with me. What a beautiful background. Thank you so much. Grazie. Vera, thank you. Well, thank you. Ducati, thank you. Claudio Domenicali for this beautiful event. Okay, let me remind you that there's an incredible meeting you cannot miss. So we will see you in Valencia or on this channel to show you what will happen in Valencia. Thank you so much. Really would like to thank all of you for staying with us and spending 1.5 hours with us. I hope you have enjoyed this event. Please come and enjoy and see the bikes on the new site that we have just launched. Tell us what you think about us. I will see you at WDW 2018 in July 2018 in Misano. Thank you so much. Grazie. Bye-bye.